Okay, oh, we are back with lovely Hello Lady. So, okay, what I'm going to do. Okay, I was going to live stream today, but I'm not. Uh, um, my bad. I was going to live stream yesterday, then I was going to do it today. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do live stream at all. Um, so it's quite frank. Okay, the live stream I'm gonna do is Thursday, quite frank. I would say it's gonna make up most likely for the streams that I'm not gonna do this week. So that's gonna be what I got planned for the week. Well, I think most probably already knew that, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing this week. Um, it's I'm gonna I'm what I'm okay. I'm gonna try if I can. I am going to try and live stream like okay what I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do for Wednesday is I'm gonna upload Royal Joker like early in the freaking morning. I'm gonna and I'm gonna upload freaking Royal Joker early in the morning, and we'll give it time to freaking upload the picture and stuff. Um, and I'm gonna try to remember. I'm gonna try and start. I'm gonna set up for. I'm gonna try and set up an alarm and whatnot for like maybe like late Wednesday night. Um, I'm gonna try and do it like late at night. If I can't live stream Wednesday, I'm gonna do it freaking Thursday freaking morning, and it's gonna be like and we're gonna do a long freaking video. Um, I I should be I should be able to have it connected to my I should be able to connect my to have it charged and on my bed at the same time. So that's gonna be something. But anyway, let me just shut up. But anywho, that's gonna be that. Let me just let's go to some what you call it to some nice good um hello lady. Also I'm gonna plan it all out. I'm gonna plan um um a lot. I'm gonna have it all scheduled out and everything like that. So um that's gonna be probably I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow or today. So that's gonna be something. By the time this video possibly comes up, it's probably I'm gonna have it probably scheduled and everything like that. So anyway, let me just shut up. I'm talking too damn much and let's just go. Anyway, next morning I felt a presence walked away. I felt a presence and walked into the living room a bit earlier than usual, where as expected I found Taiki. Conveniently, Saki hasn't woken up yet.
朝からどこへ行くんですか？
Hi, Eru. Eru, who had stayed in my bed again last night, had followed after me like a shadow, not even giving me the time to respond. She walked through the living room. She headed to the sofa where Tiggy was sitting with a side profile full of any.
今朝は早いね、成田。何事かあったのかな？
And surprised she's sitting next to this man. Tiggy asked me the question upon sensing my presence, not even bothering to look back as if that was a bother.
おはようございますです。大義のボンボン。
Wow, a bomb bomb. You pampered prince. Yeah, I swear, Aries poking the nest.
少し話がある。
Doesn't even answer. I looked down at him from the side and spoke in a wistful tone that didn't let him talk back. His maids never accompanied his maids never accompanied him to the dorm, which made this wait which made this my only chance to talk to him one on one.
君から話とは珍しいね。成田はもう少し慎重にことを。
Prudent, I grabbed him by his slender shoulders. Wait, I grabbed him by his slender arm and held it with enough strength to leave a mark, making it obvious I had no time to waste on such trivials. Apparently, he realized how serious I was as he slowly looked up at me. Our eyes met. Oh, we about to get some yaoi going on here, right in front of Eru. I didn't know what ran through his mind as he sat there, but a few moments later, he stood up, so soundlessly and slowly.
続きは君の部屋で構わないかい？
Okay, yeah, let's go to the room. Eru, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to stay out here and don't mind the moans and everything like that.
それで結構だ。
The only ones in my room. Oh, oh. Everyone gets a front row seat. Okay, never mind. The only ones in my room were me, Tyke, and Aaron. An Avenger, an Avenger, the son, wait, an Avenger, the son of his chief's target, and a knight. Up until recently, this would be strange. A completely unlikely combination. Tama had already set out for early morning training, and based on her presence, Saki remained in her room. Though I no longer trusted my senses as much as before. Yeah, we have error.
大義、策を助けるため手を貸してほしい。
Wow. Our boy comes out and says it. I'm surprised. But anywho, with errors sitting around, just just coming and going without leaving, without a notice, your senses, though quite frank, that might be because the errors sucking, quite frank. Just sucked our boy dry, and we are apparently errors butt slaves, so yeah. So yay for that. Mm. I skipped the pleasantries and cut to the chase. Erin forgot to breathe for a moment before raising her voice in surprise.
こいつ、何を言い出してるんですか？というか、ありなんですか？それは。
Calm down, Erin.
事態は予想より悪いかもしれない。HMI に詳しい人間の力が必要だ。それも早急に。その分野にはさすがに私の手も及ばない。ならば策を救いたい者同士助け合うのはごく自然な成り行きではないかね。
ごく自然というより、超自然。
Uh-huh.
その人選で、どうしてこやつなんですか？策を救いたい者同士だって、その前提から怪しいです。だって、このボンボンは。
Huh?
帝黒船の息子だ。そんなことは言われるまでもない。
Okay, we get some backstory. I hated having to deal with him, but I knew I couldn't afford to go against a ki- wait. I knew I couldn't afford to go. I knew I couldn't afford to go to the academy's researchers. Mm. I acquired someone who wouldn't leak the secrets of the academy, someone who cared for Saki, and someone who knew a lot about HMIs all enrolled in one package. And after much thought, I realized that only Taigi fit the bill. I mean, I yeah,
もう。
yeah, it sucks. Erin still doubted my decision, but logic took but logic took but logic told her my choice was correct.
僕にできることなら手を貸そう。詳しい話を聞かせてもらえるかい？しんちゃん。
Did you just call me Shin-chan?
何ですか？その微妙なちゃん付けは。
Thank you, Erin.
親愛の表現さ。成田真理だから、しんちゃん。
Yeah, I feel scared.
しゅんちゃん、どこまで行こうか。
Why'd you block this out though? I feel stupid. I think we
感
already.
謝する帝大義だが呼ぶ時はこれまで通り偉大なる成田様で結構だ。
I swear to God, this is based on. I think this replay was based on the choices that we did to actually to do Aerial's route actually.
誰がそういう呼び方してるんですか？
Are you sure, Aerial?
時間がないんだろう。ここよりも安全な場所を知っている。すぐ出かけよう。話はそれからにしよう、しんちゃん。
こいつも人の話を聞かないやつですね。
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Well, Taiki took me to Tokune's old office on the first floor of the school building. I didn't know it was because the owner was gone or because he had the authority of the chairman's son, but he managed to open the lock with his device, so we simply walked in. The room was still a mess. There were many precious documents around, and not everyone felt they could touch them. Tiger used his device to open up a control layer and issue a command.
コーディリア、室内のモニターをすべてカット。直前15分間の記録を削除しろ。
コンパーメントのモニターをすべてカット。記録の一部を削除します。
Whoa.
これで部屋の中は安全だ。それにここなら必要な資料がほとんど揃っている。相談にはうってつけだろ。
Okay. What the hell's about to go on here? What the hell's about to go on here? He's okay, okay, okay. He says, right? Okay, he's okay. I think okay. He just told the computer to cut off all communications and delete the last 15 minutes, right? The last 15 minutes of recording. I think, I think he just deleted the evidence. I think he just deleted the evidence right in front of us and we didn't know it. I swear, I think this is gonna come back and bite us in the ass.
記録を削除してもこの部屋のロックを外せるものは多くないはずだ。本格的に調べられればごまかしきれるとは思えないが、いいのかね。
自分のことなら何とかするよ。それよりも友達を助けないと。
We have to save a friend. How is she your friend?
感謝する。
サクはスクールの開校当初からのメンバーなんだ。僕にとっても友人だよ。
This is hard to believe.
このボンボン、本気みたいですね。
Oh, okay. I mean, could Arrow be wrong though?
それよりも詳しい話を聞かせてくれるかい？
I nodded and spoke up. Uh, incident 206. The bizarre violent incident. That bizarre violent mysterious incident, which I assumed was the work of HMI, once shook Oshi, Otashimi, Okushimi, and its surrounding to their core. A few years passed since then, and like most bizarre events, there were no repeats. There were no repeats or similar happenings. The culprit has never been caught, the culprit has never been caught, but people honestly believed it was a isolated incident. But was that really true? ever since the incident, I swear, I wish they didn't have like all this white and crap though. I swear, so I don't know why, but it hurts my eyes for some damn reason. I, I wish they would like did like black or whatever. Um, ever since the incident of ever since the incident 206, strange happenings had popped up in Otoshimi and the surrounding area. Most of them went like so. In a certain area, a young person suddenly died, and then from wait then from anywhere from a wait from a few days to a few days to up to a week after that, multiple people also died in quick succession as if there was a link between their deaths. A chain of tragedies unbefitting of a rural area may have made the locals in spread unscientific rumors. Then all of a sudden, the incidents. Then all of a sudden, the incidents simply ended without rhythm or reason. In the end, everyone accepted it was just an unfortunate happenstance and got on with their lives so quickly forgetting about it. Until a few months later, until a few months later, in a seemingly unrelated area, a similar pattern of incidents sprung up. It was a thought of a malice curse that wandered through the land. You wouldn't see it unless unless you painstakingly investigated the local deaths. Uh, but such incidents had been going on for years. All the victims had one thing in common: they were either school students or some other part of the younger generation. The official causes of death, however, were wide and varied illness, accidents, and or random assaults were blamed. Huh. I mean, it doesn't seem out of the ordinary. The lack of any clear connection was exactly what had prevented word of incidents from spreading. It was hard to assess the what it's hard to assess that they were uh what coincidences. So yeah, coincidences. The death rates among the young wait okay the death rates among the age gap group wait oh, okay wait the death rates among the age group were far higher in this particular in this preference than whatever than in surrounding ones, high enough to be considered an abnormality or even, and that gave history reason enough to suspect that something was afoot. I obviously agreed with her conclusion, of course. Uh, I hope we don't have to do more of
当
that
て
nap
ずっ
again.
ぽうで言いますが、2065事件の犯人が事故に見せかけてぶっ殺し続けてるとか言い出されると超マヨに唾なんですけど。
Yeah. Okay, your cute little eyebrow. Ariel had gotten comfortable in Miss Token's seat and was booting up her computer. Yes, Ariel, what are you doing? You, I swear, this girl just touches everything, right? She's just gonna touch everything. She was so excited. She was as excited as a stray cat in front of a ball of yarn. But when she saw the monitor, a frown gazed her face.
パスかかってやがります。カッパ ムカつくです。
I'm Copperman. It's password locked. Oh my goodness. Poor error. 'Cause she's getting denied. Does she look so cute? Ha look, and she's blushing a little.
よく話してくれたよ。
She spoke of what? Ignoring Eru's shenanigans, Taiki had but Taiki said that only wait Taiki said only that and checked this the spines of many files on the bookshelf. This room this room had a perfectly good computer, but also excuse me. Sorry, I was rude. Anyway, uh, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, but also a lot of paper documents had tokenate preferred them, preference them. Anyway, uh, that was a very human future to have, but it was far too late for it to move my heart. Taigi's left hand grabbed my attention. He was digging through the files with his right, but his left was doing something entirely different. It seemed like a particularly pointless act in our situation, seemingly not even cautious of it. He skillfully uh, bent, bent papers into cranes. He was doing origami. If you ignored the fact that he was doing it with one hand, he was making very plain paper cranes with the sole defining feature uh, being being uh, being their tilted necks. I once known a girl who used to make cranes with the exact same feature. She always used to smile and say that she loved things with wings.
これでいいだろう。
I snapped out of my nostalgic trip. Taki walked over to Miss Tokane's desk with a pile of files in his hands. He then made Eru move and sat down in front of the computer.
今起動のパスワードを入力したようだが、時の女子のパスをどうして知っているのかね。
企業秘密だよ。
Uh-huh. He replied casually, still looking at the monitor. Apparently, I was surrounded by warped and secretive people.
根性悪ですね、大義は。育ちの良さそうなボンボンのくせに。秘密は皆で仲良く共有するものですよ。
Okay, Aaron. Okay. Tiggy looked at it and compared a few files and lists before looking back at me with an expression that seemed to be hiding something.
スクールは全国規模で HMI 候補を発見するための試験を実施している。距離的な近さもあって、奥島近辺では特に重点的に。そこまでは知っているだろう、しんちゃん。
Wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Okay. So they run test in quotations. I get okay, so they run tests, right? Okay, they run tests in the areas, I guess, to hunt for students, right?
うん。この間の野外試験の時説明を受けたな。
さっきしんちゃんの教えてくれた事件は、どれも該当する地域でスクールが試験を行った後、最長でも2ヶ月以内に起きている。
Taigi handed me one of Miss Tokuna's files. It contained research notes, the results of the test targeting potential HMIs across the entire country. I took a seat and looked through them. A single glance was enough to tell me they had been going on for quite a while, since at least before opening the academy, and this room was actually full of such files. Mitri's file might be in here, right? Mitri's file is going to be in here, right? I had no size. Wait, I had no solid basis for feeling that way, but merely looking at the cold labels on the spines made uncomfortable goosebumps rise all over my skin.
この試験というのは、具体的にどういった方法や手順で行われているのかね。
詳しいことは時の先生しか知らない。
I think he's lying. It's hard to imagine that they were completely legal, and they had been going on for years, throughout Japan without anyone knowing. The funds, personnel, and political power required to perform such feats seemed immense. I already knew that Makoto and the Academy were backed by a giant corporation. Wait, no, my bad. By a giant community that was above the law. That was exactly why, in order to defeat him, I had no choice but to take a great risk to infiltrate his paradise. I picked up a different file and looked at the details.
少なくとも死ぬ可能性のある試験らしいな。
どういう意味かな。
夜店時乃が自分の資料に虚偽を書き込むとは思えないのでね。試験対象になった者のうち毎回数人程度の死者が出ている。記述を信用するなら不適合。
Unqualified. That sounds about exactly right.
うい、とりあえずバタバタ死んでるみたいですね。
Yeah. Eric slipped under my arm, sat down on my knees, and started reading the file as well. Oh my goodness, Eric, Eric's sitting on our lap. Oh my goodness. Good. Eric. Oh my. Don't cry, Frank. Like a lovely child, I swear. So adorable. I swear. I hope Tiggy picks up and like, oh my goodness.
重くはないが邪魔になるとは思わないのかね。
Like, girl, you're not heavy, but you're in the fucking way. I can't see.
プリチピチピチダディを膝の上に乗せてラブラブ。超男のロマンですよね。
Uh-huh. A pretty spunky lady who's sitting on your knees. Yeah, it's a man's dream come true. Yes, it is, but I mean, you need bigger boobs, Arrow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break your heart.
つまりしんちゃんはこう言いたいわけかい。スクールの試験とは場合によっては死に至る危険で非合法なものかもしれないと。
I mean, I would think so, right? I would think so. He uttered a low, dull sound at that point. Honestly, I didn't expect him to reveal such a gruesome fact that easily. Had he really not known anything? He reacted as though that was the case. But what if that was all an act? A mere glance at any of the documents in the room would have made anyone reach that conclusion. And if he'd known that from the start, it meant he invited me and everyone over while fully aware of the while fully aware of the rest discovering what wait. It meant he invited me and everyone over while fully aware of the risk of us discovering the Academy's dark secret. Did he want to save Saki that badly? I don't know. Maybe it's something else.
この資料を見る限りはだが。ところで、L はこの試験とやらを受けたかね？
Oh, that's a good question. Did everyone undergo this test?
いいえ、自分、先天性型 HMI で、持ち主のところから送られてきたお歳暮ですので。
Okay. Oh, okay. It was okay. She's hereditary. So okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, so is it like I can't quite remember. I think I okay. It was a gift. It was something of a gift sent by my owner's family. So she got hers like a gift passed on to her, right?
試験は後天性型 HMI の素養を持つ候補者、またはハローを隠して潜伏している HMI の発見を主な目的として実施されていた。
Okay. Wait. The tests were performed as a means to discover both individuals and the potential to undergo ascension and HMIs who have been laying low and hiding their pillows. Okay, so I mean, okay.
実際には前者が大半だったけれど、
そ
Uh,
れはどういう意味かね？
Kagi smiled as though to imply the answer was obvious.
先天性型 HMI の場合、ハローを常識として持つゆえに、一般の社会から大きく逸脱してしまう。目立つんだ。発見はそれほど難しくない。
That made sense. If someone had been born with the ability to kill others without even touching them, they wouldn't see it as a sin or an abnormality. It was impossible for someone or something like that to grow up without clashing with society based around normality.
だから試験で発見されるのは候補者でなければ何らかのきっかけですでに目覚めていた後天性 HMI がほとんどだ。
Okay, Rainey, I'm sure you're gonna pick up on this. I'm sure you are going to explain the hell out of this to me. So by all means, I'm gonna love to hear it from you this afternoon. I'm gonna love to hear from you this afternoon, or well, later on tonight, anyway.
もっとも後天性
Or
型
when you
HMI
see
に
this
は
anyway.
先天性型とはまた別の受難がつきまとう。
Or quite frank, even if not just Rainey, anybody who understands somewhat of this, by all means, and thinking of it, because quite frank, you'll be a great help.
それまで培われた正常な社会常識と突発的に拡張された世界、新しい異常な力との圧力、矛盾の結末はほとんどの場合が悲劇だよ。スライダー化するまでもなく。
Okay, okay, okay.
ク
Okay,
ラ
so
ウ
it
ン
makes
で
sense.
は、サクとソラコが後天性型 HMI か。
Okay, makes sense. Okay, okay, our board's asking the right questions. So only Saki and Soroko are ascended crowns, right? Eru, who had been listening to us, suddenly turned away. Apparently, she had no intention of commenting.
何か思い出したら言いたまえ。君の意見がサクを救う手がかりになるかもしれない。
卑劣な言い方ですね、成田真理。ブー。その程度で自分を寝返らせようとは、ちゃんちゃらおかしいです。策のためになるとわかれば、その時に改めて考えます。
Okay,
君はどこまでも誠実な騎士だな。
yeah, true loyalty right here. She's thinking on it. I'm not gonna impulsively say something, you know, that may hurt my dear Saki.
当たり前です。自分、策を守るのです。
Okay.
よくできた道具なら、守るというような言葉は使うべきではないよ。もっと無感情にこう言わなければ。従うとね。
Ooh.
細かいことをいちいち。器の小さい成田は超うざいです。
Why can't you? Why can't you let me say things my way, damn you? Still sitting on my lap, she refused to respond and looked in an uncertain direction. In the face, in the face with the face of a household cat that just scratched, that just snatched some food. uh, whatever. Whatever. It's fine. I took your food, and what? What you gonna do about it? We made our lovely error match. Human society was narrow-minded. Its lack of tolerance for the abnormal, its tolerance for the abnormal helped maintain order. So I never expected that change. It was only natural for born HMIs to clash with it and become stars of their own tragedy. Their only realistic options were to stay abnormal and be rejected, or to try to become normal and be destroyed. The Makotos and Taksumis had picked the former, and those who hadn't been crushed by normality, whatever. Anyway, the Academy had gathered and saved those who would have perished otherwise. This paradise had been built on tragedy, but it had indeed brought salvation to some.
ところで大義、さっき何かに気づいた様子だったが。
気づいたというよりも気がかりだった。これを見てくれるかい？
Okay.
奥島周辺での試験の結果だ。
I saw what I s- what I oh wait, I was all too familiar with the name. Wait, I was all wait, okay, wait. I was all too familiar with the name on the list he presented. I went on my device, pulled up the data History had provided, and compared the two. A single look was enough to make the answer clear.
ここ数年続いている事件の死者は全て試験の被験者。それも良好の判定が出た HMI 適性ありと認められたものばかりだ。
Okay. Wait, a few example explanations were probably just people who happened to die at those times and by chance and place with those times and place by chance. If you accounted for minor errors, the tests and incidents look almost identical.
奥島周辺の試験に限って良好判定の候補者は大半が死亡している。他の地区とは明らかに結果が違う。
Wait a minute. Favorable. Okay. Okay, so they brought these people with with the powers, right? And favorable. They're favorable. Okay, they mark them as favorable to go and say, okay, if these people were to maybe, disappear, maybe no one wouldn't care. No, they wouldn't care if these people went bye bye. One of the favorable, okay, wait. One of the favorable subjects on the list from the area was Ms. Missouri. That was the maiden. That was the maiden who was with the guy who threatened me during the practical exam. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So that was the girl? Oh wow. Yo, they did her dirty. Did she go bye-bye? Obviously, wait. Obviously, those who were confirmed to be HMIs were summoned to the academy and became students. Okay. However, wait. However, 35% of the favorable subjects deployed Cinder syndrome, they were recorded they were recorded as such in Miss Tokune's notes. Okay, wait, whoa, okay, wait. Okay, year XXX, month XX, day XX, deployed S deployed S on month X on day X, retrieved by Saki, expulsion. Wait, what? Tome, okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, day ZZ, okay, retrieved by, okay, I'm guessing they're blocking out these numbers or whatever, or days or whatever. So, okay. So Saki's been going off doing this stuff daily, right? So she's been doing this. However, wait, however, through the subjects from Otonashi area, However, uh, though the subjects from Otsami area became senders at the same rate, most of the rest went on to die.
ただの偶然のはずはないな。
It seems suspicious. I copied Hisia's data I copied Hisia's data to Tokune's Yoshino's computer and displayed it.
何をするんですか？
ま、見ていたまえ。
I started by accounting for measures of error, then removed the ones that were marked as unqualified or in other words, the ones who likely died due to the test. Then removed those then removed those who were disposed of because they developed Cinder syndrome and
興味深い結果だね。
the remaining wait the okay wait okay wait okay wait the remaining dead all had accident listed as their cause of death. Those students who qualified as potential HMIs had happened to die by accident, but only around Otoshimi, that couldn't have been a coincidence.
揃いも揃って、死因が事故というのはおかしい。意図的なもの、と考えた方が筋が通る。
Someone's causing them. Oh no. Maybe okay. Okay, what's the worst thing that could happen? I mean, I don't want to believe that it's our girl Saki. That's the last thing I want to believe. Maybe, I mean, that seems like the only plausible choice, though, right? I mean, okay, because they said, oh, okay, they're sending Saki to go and retrieve them, right? Quotations, right? Quotations. And, uh, and maybe she's accidentally kills them, or, sends them to go lie down in the bed.
だとすれば、これは誰かが HMI を狙っているということだ。それもスクールの試験で発見された候補者を。
But wait, but hold up. But why would she do that though? Okay. This makes no sense in itself. I'm a bit lost now. I maybe it's someone else then. Maybe it's not Saki. Maybe maybe it's someone else, right? And they send Saki out there to collect the HMI and bring them to the academy.
ラノベの読みすぎた。思い込みで意味を後付けしちゃうことは人間にはよくあります。
Oh, Eric, please. Like you're one to talk. You read too many light novels. Okay, girl.
ミステリー好きなのは認めるよ。けれど、偶然だと言ってしまうには、例外なしという結果は無視できない。
Yeah.
それなら、これが2065事件を境にした事件で、誰かが意図的に起こしていて、しかも、サクが同じ事件を追っているということは、
I mean, I would think so, right?
さっきの当てずっぽうじゃありませんが、2065事件の犯人が、実はまだ奥島に潜伏していて、HMI 候補を殺して歩いてるってことですか？
Possibly.
大義、他に心当たりはあるかね？
Yeah, I mean, we're getting clues.
可能性としては、AHM のような反 HMI 勢力の仕業。ただし、連中にそこまでのことができるかは疑問だ。
I mean, who could it be though?
同感だ。それにこの異常をあの時の女子が完膚なきまでに見逃していたとは考えがたい。
I mean, I would think she saw it, right, or something.
そうなると、この犯人はスクールの調査と追跡を数年にわたって出し抜きながら、事故に見せかけた HMI 候補者の殺害を続けていることになるね。
Okay, hold up, though. Okay. Now I think about this, though. Now I think about this, though. Okay. What was Tokane's goal a little bit? I mean, uh, okay. If Tokane got what she wanted, right? If Tokane got what she wanted, right? And Circle did follow her or trusted her or whatever, whatnot. I mean, what would she have done with our lovely Circle, I wonder? I mean, she was trying to dethrone Saki, right? I guess like try to dethrone Saki. I mean, she was putting all of our hopes in lovely Circle. I mean, I don't know if that would have worked itself. Uh, but I mean, whatever. I mean, I think we're eventually gonna find out.
そ
Hopefully.
んなことは人間技ではない。人間技どころか HMI としても異常だ。候補の中にはハローに目覚めた者もいただろう。それを一方的に殺して歩くとは。
Yeah.
いわゆる、ザ・サイコパースってやつですか。一応でも仲間なのに、ひどい話もあったもんです。
Yeah. We got a real killer on our hands.
この犯人の一番の異常は行為を現実にしている殺意ではなく、実行を目指す精神のあり方そのものだよ。
ほえ、何ですかそ
Yeah.
れ。
玉親見取りを見てもわかるが、エトワール級のハローは強力すぎる。人間を殺害するには過剰だ。
Uh,
人間の機能を停止するのには、指先程度の力のハローで十分だ。それは、どれだけ強力な HMI であっても、何か一つの間違いがあれば、たやすく打倒されてしまうという意味だよ。
okay. So this man's like going out of his way. I would say to probably target like weak HMIs.
HMI 同士の戦闘は、不確定要素が大きい。まっとうな神経の HMI なら、そんな予測不能な状況は、可能な限り回避しようとするだろう。
So he's targeting specifically. I would say like maybe what it sound like is he's targeting people like in a certain area
だが、
or
この犯人は
or
そんな無謀を数年にわたって続けている。
what broken mind? What broken mind made that possible? Another thing to note was the fact that the dead on this list had nothing in common besides being subjects of the test. So there goes my brain's theory out the window. So these people are completely random. He's just killing people right off the list, right? Just whoopsie daisy. Just, I'll just kill here, here, here. just random. That meant it was extremely unlikely there was other strong motive besides killing, like hatred or grudge. What was driving the monster then? It didn't seem to have any adversity to death, whether that be its own or another's. Yet was merciful, reckless, systematic. The image of the culprit in my mind felt felt true. The image of the culprit in my mind felt truly odd.
オンスロート症のことは知ってるかい？
いや、それは。
Okay.
ん？
しんちゃんも知らないか。だろうね。機密化されていて、ここの学生にも伏せられている。
Huh?
HMI の危機的症例は、スライダー、S 型脳機能障害以外にもあるんだよ。
Okay, wait. Slider syndrome, S-type brain function disorder. Isn't the only dangerous disease HMIs can develop.
成長過
Develop.
程のハローの暴走が原因で、HMI が変質してしまう場合を、オンスロート症という。
Okay.
具体的にはどういった証拠が現れるのかね。
スライダー症は、精神疾患の一種と定義されるが、オンスロート症は、身体的疾病。ある意味では、癌のようなものだ。
Okay, that doesn't sound pleasant. He started beating around the bush, which made it all more concerning.
つまり？
Yeah,
怪物になるんだ。
like an actual like monster?
よくわからないが、体に何らかの変化を生じるということかね。
Like an actual like monster or like what?
変化ではなく、変質さ。
So it actually like it not changes, but transforms. So like you actually okay, okay, so so it doesn't turn you into an actual monster. You just become, I guess, or you think or you feel like a monster or whatever.
ハローが肉体を侵す。結果、正しく人間とは呼べないものになる。
Okay.
オンスロート症が秘匿されているのはそのせいだ。怪物に変わってしまうかもしれない恐怖。それはたやすく感染する。
Oh. Oh. So wait a minute. So all these students can become these monsters. Oh God. Oh, whoa. Okay. And okay, so they don't know it, but how many people do know it though? How many people do know it?
それ自体がオンスロート症の引き金になると。
The fear itself can trigger the disease, right? Oh no.
加えて、外部に漏れれば、AHM のような反 HMI 勢力がますます勢いづくだろう。奴らはまさしく怪物だとね。
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would really send it even worse. I mean, they are literally monsters. I mean, yeah, that is a good recruitment line right there. Yeah, they are monsters. We have to put them down. We have to put them to the sword. They may have human faces, but I mean, yeah, it's like oh my God, that one. Okay, it's a one freaking anime, freaking old as I forgot even what it's called. I think it's called Shiki. I think it's called Shiki. I swear, it's an old vampire freaking anime. I swear, it will have you on your seat. But I mean, though quite frank, it's the first like few episodes. The first few episodes are like, I would say like a little bit of mysterious. Okay, you see what's going on. You can see, of course, you can see it. Obviously, you can see it, but it gets your brain working. Like, what the hell's going on? Then like after, I would say like after like midway, you're like, oh, you get caught up in it. Quite frank, you get attached to it because you like, oh, it's mysterious and shit like that. Um, when I first saw it, it was like years ago. It was like how many years ago? I'll say like 10. I'll say like 10. I know it's been out for like a good hard minute. Um, I think it's been like 10 years, but I'm not sure. It's been a while. I'm sure it's been a while, but when I first got into it, I will say I start to like it. I start to like, because quite frank, I like vampires and shit like that. Um, but well, though I like lovely. If anyone has not seen Moonphase, um, I would say that was probably okay. Wait, no, okay, no. No, Moonphase wasn't my actually. Yeah, it was. Actually, Moonphase was actually my first vampire anime that I saw. It was my first. Then I got into Hell. Then after um Moon Phase, I got into Hellsing, and I slowly look out for vampire anime. But I mean, it kind of hard to find. So quite frankly, I'm not really looking. I'm not really going on my way and shit like that to look. But good old classics. But anywho, um, but yeah, it's a good anime. If you I would say if you got a weekend to watch it, uh by all means sit down for the nice good weekend and free I'll watch it. I recommend, I would say approved text approved text um uh of anime. Um quite classic, I'd say though, is it's a bit gory, so just, just gonna tell you, so it's quite gory, so you might wanna stay a teeny bit clear. Stay is a teeny bit clear. Wait a minute. Uh, whatever. But anywho, back to the monsters. Mm.
だからここで知ったことを口外するなというのかね。それはスクールの理事長の息子としての発言か。
好きに考えてくれていいよ。
Oh, that little sadness in his eyes. Man. Uh, one second. Oh, 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 almost, almost dropped my drink. It would have been almost on the damn floor and shit. I can't have that. Not this time of morning. But anywho, we got some clues though. So I mean, we figured that if Tokine had discovered the matter, she would have left some documents about it behind. But we found absolutely nothing. Finding something that specific in the area and a sea of documents was likely was like looking for a needle in a haystack. Hmm. And if we stayed too long, we risked of attracting unwanted attention, as we concluded that we had nothing left to learn, and concluded our investigation. Okay. I walked back to my room, and Ariel followed me into it as if it was only natural. I sat down in a chair while she got comfortable on the cushion she always used and embraced a little contour. I found it odd that I've grown so accustomed to her presence.
さっきの大義の話だが、昔、私の父がこう言っていた。タガの外れたものは地下に閉じ込めると。
I mean, uh, uh, young as I've been, I didn't understand what he meant. I asked him to elaborate, but he simply gave me a tired smile and went silent. Looking back on it, he wasn't wait. Looking back on it, wasn't he talking about the victims uh, of 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 onslaught syndrome?
自分の姉にあたるものも始末されましたよ。
Huh? I hadn't wait. I hadn't explained an actual wait. I hadn't expected an actual response to my amusing. Her voice was light, but contained, but the contents was heavy. I'm guessing she's talking about Mitri, right?
オンスロート症でか。
自分の家ではコーマとか呼ばれてました。高崎500年も結構中二レベル高めですよね。
Okay, wait. We call it the devil descent in our family. The Taksumis had developed some pretty edgy customs over 500 years. Yeah, it sounds a bit weird. Apparently, there are still things I don't know about HMIs. On note, wait, excuse, excuse me, ugh, coughing up some phlegm, I think. Anyway, I had to note though, error had been born as a tool marked as a defect, became property of someone else she didn't know. She became property of someone she didn't know, and had a sister who gotten killed. That's well, damn, poor error. A decent chunk of her life seemed cruel beyond words. If she truly believed Saki had saved her from that fate, I understood why she was so loyal to her, and that made me want to help them even more.
オンスロート症。知っていることがあるのなら教えてくれないか。
自分が知ってるのはせいぜい口伝の一部ですからね。大義のボンボンの説明と内容は変わりませんが、高崎では一種の先祖返りとも言われていました。
Huh?
うん。怪物のようになることが先祖返りだと。
Okay, so Aries family, I guess, they embrace the becoming a monster, right? That's what it sounds like. They embrace becoming the monster.
コーマ、要はオンスロート化した HMI のことですが、
Oh,
普
that's
通の
scary as fuck, Arrow.
HMI よりもずっと強い能力を持ちます。そちらの方こそ HMI としてはあるべき形なのだと。
Oh, this scary little image right here. I swear to God. Okay, the Devil Descent. HMIs who develop onslaught syndrome are far more powerful than normal HMIs, and they assume it's an HMI's natural state. So, so the fact that they turn into the monster, right? They say, okay, this is just how they are.
先天性 HMI の家系としてのご多分に漏れず、高崎は自分たちのことを魔の血を引くものであると定義づけていました。
So, so they consider themselves to have the blood, right?
代を重ね、いやおうなく人に混じるほど血は薄れ、力は失われてゆく。実際、最新作のエロなんかは不良品だったわけですし。
Our newest product, Aerotox, is Okay, so okay, so let's see. Okay, so I swear though, this image though is freaking scaring the shit out of me. It's gonna give you freaking nightmares. Um, quite frank. Okay, so what it seems like is okay, the monster blood is weaker and weaker in Eru. So they're like, okay, you don't have enough, you don't have the good genes. You're worthless to us. So we're gonna send you off.
高崎は最初からいつか来る終わりを見据えていた。だからこそ、なんとか本来あるべき正しい形、最初の位置に戻ろうとして歳月を費やした。
Okay, okay, so they saw that A. Okay, I'm guessing they saw. Okay, it was. Oh, we didn't have enough. We don't have the genes or whatever. So how do we keep the genes? So how do we keep on getting the genes? I mean the good genes. Inbreeding, inbreeding, right? Or cloning. It has to be one or the other. It has to be inbreeding or cloning.
それが待ち望まれていたコーマです。エルやエルの姉にあたるものも、要するにそのためのプロトタイプなわけですね。
Okay, wait. They sought to undergo the legendary devil descent. I and the person you consider my elder sister were were essentially used as guinea pigs to test the. Oh no.
待ち望んでいたのに始末したのは予定外の不都合があったからかね。
Yep.
ぶっちゃけどうにもならなかったんですよ。完全無欠に人間ではなく、人の手に負えないからこそ、魔と呼ぶのです。
Poor error.
いざ現れたコーマ、エルの姉にあたるものは、花から人間なんて眼中になく、真知の及ばない魔であるがゆえに、どんな制御も受け付けない、正真正銘の怪物でした。
And let me guess, error had to put her down, right?
そりゃもう、殺されまくりました。超ジェノサイドです。
Ooh.
身内や敬類まで寄ってたかっての総がかりで姉的なものを始末した時には、高崎の生き残りはこれっぽっち。
Ooh. She opened and raised her right hand. Wait, wait. She opened and raised her right hand. Did she mean only five made it? But only five made it. I couldn't say for sure, but that didn't matter. What mattered was the fact that the taxidermies were as good as done, and Eru was the last product created by their by their five by their 500 year by their 500 years of research.
まあ、自分、持ち主のところで道具やってたので、巻き込まれなかったんですけどね。
Oh, okay.
想像以上だな。
Yo, that's terrible. I imagine. Wait. I would imagine that monster man onslaught syndrome made them act like slenders, leaving them uncontrollable. Wait, leaving them unable to control their emotions or desires. But it seemed far worse.
それでは本物の怪物だ。もはや人間とは呼べない。
でも、それがあるべき形だとすると、自分たちも人間と呼べないのかも。
Fair. That's right. Fair error. Error closed her mouth as though to conclude the conversation. I couldn't help but to feel I made her speak about something she wished to avoid, despite how nonchalant she looked.
ありがとう。そしてすまない。辛い
Yo,
記憶を思い出させてしまった。
your error, damn, that's some trauma right there.
ほ
Ariel opened her mouth and stared at me for a moment. Then, after a dense amount of time, she started talking again.
それは、フォローどうも。
I guess she didn't realize. Oh, this maybe was her first time. After saying those words, she looked away. Oh, after that, she sat beside me with her back turned to me. Sitting like that back to back made me realize how much larger my back was than hers, as well as how tiny she was overall.
エル、
話は終わりです。疲れましたので、あとは成田が整理してください。
Okay. I didn't intend to ask her. I didn't intend to ask her to speak more, but that was probably her way of asserting that she wouldn't talk no matter what. Okay, makes sense. Regardless, I knew I had to confront Saki the next day. We had to discuss what we learned. Yeah, well, we're gonna do that. Eru made no effort to return to her room. I think we did a little action with Eru. Despite that, she also didn't touch my computer or mess with the bookshelves.
何か部屋に帰れない、帰りたくない理由でもあるのか？
いえ、ありません。
そろそろ風呂を使って眠ろうと思っているのだが。
How troublesome! It's already past 1 in the morning. What are you doing? Oh my god, go to sleep.
サクと出会ったのは君にとって幸せだったかね？
I asked her the question. I looked. Wait. I asked her that question as I looked at the digit as I looked at the digital clock.
幸せですか？道具が幸せを持ったりしますか？
Yes, they do. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna cut it here. I'll say thank you all for coming. Oh gosh, I swear, Eric's backstory is not pleasant. It makes you uh do a little tear. Um, so that's something. Um, yeah, yippee. Um, what we're going to do this week, I think. This week. Hold up, this week. Well, I'll see if you'll see what I'm playing. You'll see. Um, for what I got planned. Anywho, by the time this video comes out, probably. But anywho, I was like, thank you all for coming. I'll see you all tomorrow. I know this is a very long freaking episode, quite frankly. It was like super freaking long. I'm down to freaking 28%. Um, so that's gonna be something. Um, to what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Calf Stella. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna live stream that. I don't think so because I mean I got the naked scenes and all that crap. I mean I don't think people might want to see Castella. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, and plus I still need to work on that girl failure video. So yeah, I still got a lot to do. Um, but anywho, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like the video. If freaking great. If you like, please like the video, subscribe. Freaking wonders. Um, but I'll see you all tomorrow for lovely Castella. See our lovely Kana. That fine body, and that nice, good, glorious t-shirt, just shirt. Delicious. But anyway, I'll see you all then.